Hi guys and ladies, I want to try a side dish recipe that a subscriber sent to me for cheesy au gratin. His or her channel name is simply Believe. Now the main course though has to be simple, so let's do my favorite breaded fried fish. And yes, I'll need to pick up some fish, and I'd like it if you came along. Well, it's very cold out here today and too breezy for my liking. I've been using live bait recently, but I've been wondering if a little lure like this one here might work instead. And if not, we can always switch back to live mealworms. So let's see what happens. I only need a few fish. Wow! A really, see, be careful, really big bluegill on the very first cast, and luckily he fell off into the boat. I'm gonna mount this on the wall. Ooh. There's one. Wow, another big crappie. Woo! I'll have to measure this one. Almost 12.5 inches. Ah, my preferred species, bluegill. They are the tastiest. This is a good size one. And I caught him on a lure. Well, he's kind of small, but he's good enough. That's a fish. It's a bass. Ah, little bit chubby. Let's see how big he is. I know this is where they are. Look at foul hook. Oh my God. I mean, it happens now and then. They play with the lure and then they get hooked in the back. It's a beauty. I'm so happy I caught him. Woo. Yes, that's like 5 bluegill. That's all I need for this recipe because I've got more in the freezer. Let's go in the house. Here it is the next day. I had a swell time fishing. Just 5 bluegill produced almost a pound of fish fillets. And I want to add these to some frozen fillets I have on hand. But before I get to frying them up, let's do this cheesy au gratin side I've been talking about. Well, here I am with a saucepan. I'm putting into it 2 tablespoons of frozen, unsalted butter from the freezer. And now, 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of this crushed garlic. Ooh, strong. I've got our heat on medium. What I'm trying to do is get these thyme leaves off of these branches, and obviously I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before. The recipe says 2 teaspoons. This ought to be enough. Oh, look, it's boiling. Let's add the thyme. Let's add a teaspoon kosher salt. Kosher, gotta be kosher. About an 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. Now that I have this boiling, I'm going to take it off the heat, just put it aside. Here I have 2 pounds of turnips. I need to cut off the root and the stem ends. I ate turnips once in my life as a guest at someone's house. I pretended that I liked them, but ugh. Now I think they call this a mandolin. I used this once, 3 years ago, I believe. Now I'm going to try using this protector. I'm not sure what you do. Let's give it a whirl. I have it set for 1/8 of an inch. It worked. I'm spraying a 2-quart casserole dish. Hey, look at this. Not bad so far. Here's what I'm doing. I'm lining the bottom of the pan and I'm sort of like shingling. That's what it said in the instructions, shingle. What I'm trying to do now is top this with about 4 tablespoons of this hand-grated Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. I like to say that. Parmigiano Reggiano. I don't know, 4, 5, 6. Now here we go with Monterey Jack. About the same. 4 tablespoons or a little more. More cheese is better. Remember our sauce? I have to strain it into a bowl or something. Let's try it. Not bad. So I'm going to put some of this cream sauce all over our yummy turnips, whatever they are. I'm going to repeat the process. Make another layer. A little more cream sauce. This is the last layer. I'm going to cover this. I'm going to put our baby in the oven for 40 minutes. 40 minutes to start. While our cheesy casserole is in the oven, I should tell you that the famous celebrity restaurant and food critic, Miss Lulu Cheeks herself, is coming over for dinner tonight. We've been seeing each other for decades, yet we don't seem to be much closer to marriage than, well, when we first met. If only she would give me a little indication that she's interested in me as a lifelong partner. It's been 40 minutes. I'm going to get our casserole out. Now I'm going to uncover it. Ooh. And I'm going to put it back in for another 23 minutes. Okay, we're having a coming out party. Wow. It's a bubbling mass of deliciousness. All I'm doing now is frying up these bluegill, just the way I did when I made fried bluegill sandwiches. Well, I've got the recipe in the notes below, so don't worry. Yes, these are low carb. 2.5 minutes side 1, 1.5 minutes side 2. This is it, baby. Well, here we are once again with the famous celebrity food critic, restaurant and food critic, Miss Lulu Cheeks. Thanks so much for honoring me at my home with your presence. Hey, what did you think of my fried fish?
It was delicious. Excellent.
Good. I used that recipe that I used before. What did you think of the cheesy fake potato au gratin?
Better than potatoes any day. I liked it. It's
Great.
excellent.
Miss Cheeks? Oh, I mean Lulu. How many years have we been friends? Do you remember?
About 50 years, I'd say.
Wow. I think I asked you this a year or two ago. Is there any chance that someday you'll introduce me to your parents?
We're getting closer to that time.
Well, that's, I guess, hopeful. Can I have a hug?